Hey, what's going on YouTube? Chief here today, and today marks the day that we start a brand new series here on the channel. We're going to be playing some Steel Division, Normandy 44, and here's my first go at a online match, playing as the 15th Scots Division. I'm going to be starting off with a few infantry squads, two 6-pounder AT guns, and couple of HMGs, along with an aviary to provide some nice fire support for all the infantry in the town. I'm going to go ahead and switch it to my point of view. Um, Today I'm playing with Current, who is playing as the 2nd Infantry. He's on the far left side, taking the factory. And I'm playing with 3rd Ferguson, who is the 3rd Armored Division. Kind of an interesting name there, but we're gonna go with it. To start off, uh, all my units are pretty bunched up. I'm not by any means a pro at this game. Uh, I am just starting off, so it's okay. Give me a break. But my 6-pounder is gonna be able to get a cheeky kill on this Stug 3 here, which really benefited me in taking this entire city. Now, right now, my 6-pounder that I've placed on the left side of the city is going to be targeting this Butte Firefly. And all my infantry is going to be engaged with Panzer Grenadiers, and there we go. The 6-pounder is going to be able to take out the Butte Firefly. So, right at the beginning of the game, we're off to an excellent start here. At least for myself, anyways. Uh, Enemy's going to be bringing over 221. Kind of scout out what I've got going on. I just have a Honey Stewart sitting in the back, chilling for now. Not sure what I'm doing here. The enemy's going to bring up a Pack 40 75mm AT gun to try and suppress my rifles squads. Not sure entirely how effective that really is against infantry squads, but um, perhaps they do have HE rounds that are able to do quite a bit of damage. Now, the Germans, who is that? I don't know who that is. Duranged Shadow. He was able to sneak in a recon squad that have Panzerschrecks, and they were able to take out my Honey Stewart that was going to push forward, try to take it out this 221. And at this point, I'm calling in reinforcements because I don't know what is in this area. So I'm trying to stay wary of that. I know there's something definitely in these trees. I'm trying to bring the aviary over to have a look. Right now, taking it slow. My friendlies on the left flank, well, he's having a pretty nice battle over in the factory. On the far left. Wow. Well, the Germans were definitely preparing for something on this side. Perhaps they assumed the 3rd Armored Division was going to be over there pushing up lots of tanks, but it's not the case. Middle, we have 3rd Ferguson, who's making some decent progress. He's got a bunch of half-tracks with infantry squads and command infantry pushing up into this little complex here. Right now, I'm going to be pushing up my rifle squads, although I do believe they get taken out. Not entirely sure. AT guns are sitting pretty. Command carrier is going to be suppressing the Stoßtruppe. The Vickers HMG is going to be providing suppressive fire down the street. Armed rifle is going to be opening up on the Pack 40, suppressing them. Oh, well, they get taken out, so that's kind of unfortunate. But it's alright, because I've got some more guys coming up. Uh, my friendly was able to take out the 221 that was sneaking up here on the left side of this tree line. And I carelessly moved up my Humber Mark III, and they get taken out by the Panzerschreck squad, but luckily the AVR is able to take them out, so they're no longer a threat. Kind of thankful for that. It's alright. I'm bringing up a Bedford supply truck to kind of replenish my troops. Moved over my 6-pounder to kind of get a better, or farther line of sight rather, on this area over here for any oncoming tanks. I figured that the 12th SS Panzer Division was the guy who was in the middle, as that Butte Firefly was pushing up from the left on this side of the road. Command carrier is going to go down to some, I believe it was Panzer Grenadiers. And right now, I have struggled. My push has ceased. Don't have a lot of troops in the area. However, I am bringing up some more Vickers, HMGs, and, well, reinforcements are on the way. Bringing up 2 rifle squads in the Bedford trucks. Going on the left side, my teammate, Current, is going to eventually take control, full control of this factory here, using his RGR assault squads, some support. We've got a couple of mortars, quite a bit of mortars. Gonna be laying down suppressive fire for his troops moving up. On the left side of the river, we've got some Ranger Marauders, a bunch of support elements, 30 cal. Gonna be suppressing the Ersatztruppen on the left side, and he's bringing up some M4A1 amphibious tanks. That's kind of interesting. I like that. Now, this game, I purchased it when it first came out, and I played it a little bit, and I thought it was kind of dry. I thought it was slow paced. Now, believe me, I understand the slow pace, and you need to have patience with that. I'm a big fan of Wargame, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it at the time. And then I recently purchased it again, and I have just been into it lately. I mean, I don't know. I've grown to enjoy the cheeky line of sights that, you know, AT guns could get through buildings, and I'm fascinated by the infantry combat, really. I don't know. I think this game has a lot of potential to be something great. I mean, they could, if they really wanted to, and I hope they do, and I want you guys to leave in the comment sections what you think about this idea. I'm hoping that in the future, Eugene Systems decides that they want to expand this game to, for say, the Eastern Front or North Africa even. I mean, this game doesn't have to just be Normandy 1944. I think they could go all the way with DLC expansions, whatever tickles their fancy, whatever they have to do. I would love that. I'd personally think that this would be the greatest game on the Steam market for RTS players right now. Pretty excited for what they have coming, but definitely has a lot of potential to be something so great. My friendly in the middle, Turd Ferguson. His push is gonna come to a stop. All of his hash tracks, yes. All of his half tracks and infantry that he had pushing up to this complex here got taken out by these Panzer 35Ts from the Luftland division. Current is going to maintain control of the factory building. The Germans are going to be trying to push up on the left side. But Current making good use of his mortars to take out AT guns. The Sherman he had bringing up on this side got taken out, unfortunately. So perhaps the Germans knew that that's what he was going for. I don't know. Who knows? It's a big conspiracy. On the right side, though, I am going to be bringing out more units and Bedford trucks. I have a 2-inch mortar carrier that I'm going to bring up to kind of provide suppressive fire support for my moving up troops. I bring in the aviary. They're going to take out the, I don't know if that was a Panzergrenadier squad, but they are going to go down to the 30 HE power on the aviary. Gonna go down like a sack of potatoes. I've got the Humber Mark III pushing up. Gonna be spotted by some Panzer Grenadiers. It's okay though. They don't have any tank, so I'm aware of this. I'm not too worried. I do pull it back a little bit. I'm wary of this 221 that's pushing up. I start pushing up the 6-pounder on the left side of the town here, trying to increase his line of sights. I do bring in recce squads, or one recce squad rather, to I want him to basically get into this tree line so I could have visual of anything that's coming up on these two roads here. Anything that may be going to the middle, and there you go. There's a half track of some sort. Oh, an AT gun actually. And anything that wants to push up along this road here and come into the town that I have. I'm bringing in some Piat squads along with a Challenger and some more infantry units. Unfortunate that this 221 is going to take out the Humber, but I am aware of this, and I do bring up the Piat squads to try to deal with that. The enemy going to be bringing up a Stug 4 as that Phase B commences. I bring in a Spitfire over here. Can't remember why I brought him in, but he'll probably get shot down. Not the best decision, but it's okay. The enemy do bring in 81mm rather, mortars to suppress my advancing rifle squads. Challenger is going to be engaged by the Stug 4, and actually I can't figure out why I wasn't able to get line of sight on him. I wanted him to kind of go into the street here so we could see him, but that, well, ended quickly as he is going to go down. So, what are you going to do? Shit happens. On the left side, Current is going to make a phenomenal push up the left side of the river. He's going to be suppressing these Pioneer squads and pushing up another rifle squad into the town on the right side of the river to take out those Fallschirmjäger. He's got command Shermans and mortars and AT guns and all sorts of stuff over there. So, tremendous progress on that left side. Excellent work by him taking over the factory there. Turret Ferguson is going to be pushing up with a command M5A1 and a M4A376 Sherman to kind of deal with those Panzer 35s that were just chilling here. And well, as you can see, they are now burning. So excellent work on his part. He's making good progress towards this little complex over here. Has a 259 standing in his way, but it shouldn't be too crazy for the 76mm gun on the Sherman there to handle. I notice that the enemy, and this is all part of the plan, wanted to move this recce squad up so I could see what's coming up these two roads. The enemy was bringing in a Panzer IV, and my AT guns were able to take that out quickly before it was able to cause any serious damage for my advancing troops over here. Unfortunately, both AT guns are going to be taken out, and, well, I just have one more left, so I decided to bring him over to the left side, because I felt he would be more valuable over in the open, or, well, in hedgerows, rather, to take out advancing tanks on these roads. I bring in a Wolverine to kind of deal with... I knew that he still had a Stug somewhere over here. Oh, no. The Stug was taken out, so that makes me feel pretty good. Well, I brought the Wolverine up just to kind of deal with any advancing armor that they decided to bring up. However, that is going to be quick bait for the Pack 43 over in this tree line here. So that thing is causing me some havoc and destruction, unfortunately. But what are you going to do? That thing is going to be tearing apart my Vickers squads. Decided to bring a Typhoon AT gun to kind of suppress that for the time being. And I'm going to try having him get out of there as quickly as he can. I bring in more infantry squads to assist the units that are already here, as I am struggling. I did bring in a Bofors anti-aircraft gun to deal with any airplanes that the enemy decided to bring in. Unfortunately, wasn't able to take that down, and neither was Turd Ferguson, who brought in a Mustang to deal with it. Thanks, Turd. Now the enemy is bringing up a 221 over here on this left side through this field here, and he's going to be targeting my AVR. I couldn't understand why my 6-pounder that's here wasn't able to take out this 221. I couldn't believe it. Eventually it does go down, I believe. I'm gonna move this and get line of sight on the 221, and he is gonna go down. But I couldn't believe it. I was so confused. And then, if you zoom in, how the hell is he supposed to see that? He's got trees. He's got apple trees all in his face. How is he gonna see anything? So that was perhaps a pretty bad place to put that. But it's alright. Gonna be bringing in a Churchill on this side to deal with that. I have a Wolverine coming up. Perhaps he'll deal with it first. Actually, I do believe he is getting line of sight now. He's gonna be firing on that quite quickly. Infantry is still holding their positions. 221 is going to be going down, although they do drop off some Aufklär recon squad. I'm not sure if I was aware of this. Maybe I was. Who knows? But I do believe the Wolverine is going to push up and be able to take them out before they can wrecky any of my stuff that's over here. Not that I have anything over here. Current's going to be bringing in some orders to support my ongoing, I guess you could call it a stalemate over here on this right city. He is going to be... Wow. I did not notice this. Current has made exponential progress on this left side. He's pushed up all the way into these tree lines and has set up a defensive position to kind of tackle anything that tries coming up these roads. The enemy, however, is going to be bringing up... I did see a Panther D right there and a Martyr 2, Martyr 3, Martyr 2 up this main road here in the middle. Try and catch out any of these APCs that Turd Ferguson has left for him to eat. However, oh, well, never mind. Turd Ferguson's jumbo is going to be quick meal for that Pack 40 75mm AT gun. Now, the enemy is going to be bringing in a Panther D here. Recce squad spotted them before he could do anything serious. So I am aware that he is there, and I am now bringing in Churchills and Wolverines to kind of handle with that accordingly.
Just get me out of here.
I pull the Recce squad back because I do not want to lose him. I think by this, no, never mind. I was not running out. Well, unfortunately, Recce squad is going to be spotted by these Panzer Grenadiers that are chilling in this tree line right here. Turd Ferguson's M21 MMC mortar carrier is going to be pinning down the Pack 40. Teammate brings in a P40 Thunderbolt to deal with the anti-air that was on this side. And he's going to be chased down by 109s and FWs, but they're not going to get to him, thankfully. Now, by this time, the enemy is bringing in a lot of air support. And I'm aware of this, so I bring in another Bofors to kind of deal with it. I should have perhaps, well, I didn't want to bring in any fighters to kind of counter what they were throwing at me, although I probably should. Beginner's mistake. It's okay. It happens. Because I knew that the enemy had exponential anti-air in this general area. There was a flak Wirbling right here. There was another 20mm back here. So I knew that if I were to bring anything in to kind of deal with the enemy air support on that side, they would perhaps be quickly brought down. Now the enemy is going to be bringing in a lot of artillery. You see here they have the two field mortars, rather, closer to the city, and I just noticed some heavy artillery fire coming in from this area over there. They're going to be pinning down my rifle leader and the Piet squads, and I believe I am shortly running out of units, running out of infantry rather quickly. I did go through a lot to kind of hold this town. Fortunately, the rifle leader is going to be taken out by the Stostrup. Churchill goes down to the Panther, sitting in that field. More of this, so I bring in the Typhoon AT to kind of deal with him. He's falling back. Loads of AA. Well, not really. Just one 20mm. I believe earlier my teammate was able to take out that flak Wirbling, so that made it slightly easier for my Typhoon in there to get in there and hit that Panther. And as you can see, the enemy is beginning to surrender. Panda Punch Man is gonna exit the game full of rage. There goes Count Mittens. It's only a matter of time before Deranged Shadow decides it's time to quit, and he cannot defeat the Scots division that I am playing as on this left side, or right side rather. Bofors is going to go down to shoot some long-range artillery. The enemy is going to be bringing in some Ju-88s from time to time, which are going to cause me some trouble, but I'm not that worried about it. The game is almost over. Turd Ferguson going to be taking out the infantry in the middle there that were trying to move through the open. Not a very good strategy, but whatever works. And just like that, Deranged Shadow is going to leave, and the match is over, and we claim victory. So, overall, pretty interesting game. Not my best game, although it was one of my first online matches. So, to say the least, I'm glad it was a victory, and you could tell my kill to loss ratio wasn't exactly the best, but I was able to hold on to that town for quite some time. As you can see, right to start off the game, started off great. Took out that Stug 3 from the 12th SS, or rather the 17th Panzer Grenadier Division, and the Butte Butterfly from the 12th SS. So those were two pretty expensive losses for the enemy. So that is perhaps what jumped jump started my push into that city on the left or on the right side rather, and ended as a success. So there you have it, folks. First gameplay in the books. Hope you guys enjoyed. Um, if you have any tips, tricks, comments, questions, concerns, be sure to leave a comment down below. Uh, give this video a thumbs up, and stay tuned for more. Thank you.